Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in the world. My name's Jade, and this is How to App on iOS. And today, I've been keeping a secret from you all, and it's finally released. It is 3.65 Cubasis updates. We're going to do it now, baby. Whoa, what's going on? Welcome to the show. My name is Jade. This is How to App on iOS, and it is Cubasis Day today. And I'm super pumped because I've been holding on to this beta for a long time. Knew it was coming in the face of Logic being released and all that stuff. I've been sitting on this going, there's something more coming. A door is a door is a door is a door is a door. And we got lots of doors on iOS to make lots of cool music. I hope you're all doing well. Welcome to our Wart Warriors. You can become a Wart Warrior by clicking the join button down below for $1 a month. And you get custom emojis and lots of love and stuff. Also, we are on the march to 4,000 subscribers, and we're trying to get there within the next, 18 days or something like that, because the anniversary of this show is on June 3rd, 4-year anniversary. If we can get to 4,000 subs, I'll love you for a long time, long time. Indeed, I will. We're almost there. We're like around 40. We need 40 more subs. So, if you've been watching this show and watching the tutorials and you haven't subbed, and I know you're out there. I know you're out there. I see you. 40% of you unsub to the channel, but watch all the time. Please sub. It would help and all that jazz. Let's say hello to you all, and then we'll dive into all of these brand new features in Cubasis. We'll tell you a little bit about Cubasis if you're a little bit behind, don't know what it is. We'll give you a history lesson as well, because that's what we do here on the channel. And we're going to see what it does. Rise of Dark Leela, who just had a fantastic show. She just rocked it out, as she does every week. She performs on Wednesday US time before this show. 3 days a week she performs before this show, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Hit her up for a sub. You know what I'm saying? Greg O'Sullivan's in the house. Heathen Granny's here, heathening it up. Heathening it up. There you go. Cold Acre, what's going on? Thomas Christ, or as Leela calls him, the God Orator. I don't know. That's like really putting him on a pedestal, isn't it? Legs is here. Leanie's in the house. Al Davis, hello. Loved that Delta app review the other week. Thank you so much. Hey, I hope there's more to come. I know they're going to be updating Delta, but yeah, if RetroArch comes, I'll definitely cover it here as well. Thomas slinging links like it's going out of fashion for Patreon. Yeah, hey, if you want to join Patreon, we do app giveaways every week, and I master your music. And this week, we got some Cubasis giveaways. Good times. Thomas slinging links. Who else do I see? Fishy is here. Hello, Fishy. Good to see you. Joe Glenn is in the house. Have I got everyone? I'm scrolling up and I'm probably going to miss some people because of the thing. I think I got you all. If I've missed you, holler at me and say, you idiot. Presenter. What the hell? Presenter. Anyways. Become a Wart Warrior. Boom. There you go. All right. So let's get into this today. Remember, Thomas Christ is coming up straight after this with You Rock, playing your most rockin' music. And today's featured artist is my guest on the show tomorrow. And I am so excited. We have an amazing artist coming on the show tomorrow, my friends. It is Savannah Woods, and she just got back from her UK tour. She's back in the US. She's just about to kick off a US tour. She's one of the contestants on The Voice Season 20. She's absolutely a killer musician, and she's coming on tomorrow, and she is today's featured artist. We're going to close the show with one of her live tracks just to wet the whistle for her interview tomorrow. Indeedy do, diddly do, whatever that means. Let's oge over to the Beat community here. Every day we check out what's going on over the Beat community because it is well kept, well moderated, well updated, and tells you all the latest stuff that is happening, not only on iOS, but on desktop software, samples and expansions. You have a whole lot of menus across the top. Go and check them out. Mario Nieto has updated Harmony Bloom with new features. Very, very sexy. That's lovely. I think I'm not sure if it's a desktop version. We'll have a quick look while we're here. Is it? Version 1.28. I think it is a desktop. I think so. So there's that. Huge update for Cubasis. What do you know? What do you know? This show has been unlisted for the last week, waiting for this to drop. So I've had to bite my tongue all week going, oh, this is cool. Sugar Bytes have price drops, audio damage updated Continua, another app I have covered, Agonizer from Kai Aris, and of course our good friend, yes, exciting times, says Cold Jacob Hack. This has been updated, so that's glorious. We've got Agonizer with a nice juicy update. Of course, Apple released Logic and all that stuff. Yoneck released King B organ. We'll take a look at that next week. There is another update I needed to tell you about. Oh yeah, I got this yesterday. This Master Plan, Music Hack release Master Plan. So it's a mastering app. So I got a hold of that. Also, MIO3 Baseline got an update, and now you can actually send MIDI out to a track. So spread it far and wide. It's been updated, it's been fixed, and it's rocking along now. So that's really good. Price drops, we'll have a quick look. Crystalline is on sale for $1.99. VHS Synth $4.99. Agonizer got an update, and it got a price drop. That's pretty nice. K7D. Here's the deal. Cubasis. This is really nice. Cubasis have dropped an update, big update, and they've dropped the price by $20. So it's now worth $30. Hey, feisty feather. So if you've been looking at Cubasis, now is the time to go and grab it because it's half price. It's had a big update, and all of the instruments inside of Cubasis are currently on sale. So snap to it. Boom. But if you are a Patreon, hold off because we have some giveaways that will go live after this show on the Patreon. Okie dokie, mokey smoky. Okay, so what is Cubasis? This is Cubasis. It is a DAW. Yes, you can make music with it. It's fantastic. And there's Thomas slinging a link. Laurie's Mishmosh in the house. What is happening? I was going to hit the button and do the Laurie wave, but I shouldn't do that. Not for this show. Oh, why not? I can't help myself.
I feel like it's New Year's Eve, and I'm like, I got to get off.
Exactly. We've all got to get off today. Let's all get off together. Yeah? Why not? So this is Cubasis. It has been around for a long time here on iOS. Suffice to say, this is one of the main players indoors. You would have to say right now, currently, Logic and Cubasis are the most professional DAWs on here. Easy to use, have packed full of features. They are the two big boys on the game on iOS. And Cubasis has quite a huge history. So if it wasn't for Cubase, now remember there's two Cubases. There is Cubase and there is Cubasis. Cubasis is the iOS little cousin of Cubase, and Cubase has a massive history. Now, if it serves me right, Steinberg is a German company, yeah? So as it says here, they have been doing this for a very, very, very long time, and if it wasn't for Cubase, we probably wouldn't have MIDI. No, that's not entirely true, but yes. The history of Cubase, well, as an early proponents of fans of the MIDI protocol. So on the Atari ST, this Cubase was a thing. It has been around that long. It has been a thing for a very long time. Now, Cubase is Cubasis is available on Android and iOS. And, there is a very steep, long history with Cubase. It is one of the most popular DAWs on desktop and Mac. So there's that. But yeah, we finally got Cubasis. When did it launch? In 2012. We got Cubase for the first time. So it's been around a long time. It's been Steinberg created the whole VST plugin thing. Exactly. So I'm doing my reading here. All right, but so they have been around a long time. That's what I'm trying to get at. And Cubase was it's been a battle for a long time. I mean, we basically had GarageBand and Cubase was way ahead of GarageBand. And now, we've got Logic, so we got two major players. Now, which one's right for you? This is the question. Let's go on a mini rant before we open this up. Yeah, and then track was updated with a stem splitter. Yeah, so there are other DAWs as well. Look, here's the deal. Mini rant, a DAW is a DAW is a DAW is a DAW, and there's lots of them on iOS for you to choose from. And I'm not here today to pick a side and go, this one's better than that one. That's what this show is about, to hopefully open your eyes to see, to give you an idea of which one is right for you. And there should be no shame in what you like. Too often people are like, yeah, but you should use Logic or you should use Cubasis. You should use what's right for you. Because at the end of the day, this isn't like, I don't download Cubasis just so I can like go, hey, everybody, this is the thing. I make music with these things. My music is the thing. You know, when I upload my music to Spotify and Apple Music and Bandcamp, people don't listen to it and go, yeah, it's pretty good, but did you make that in Cubasis or Logic or GarageBand? People don't act like that. So this DAW shaming thing I see people do, that's really good, but you should be using this. No, you should be using what works for you with anything in life, yeah? So that is just my little rant there, because Cubasis is one of the most powerful DAWs on iOS. It's absolutely is. Different than Logic. They're two, they both make music and they're different from each other. And you can make the choice of which one is right for you. So let's split over here. Hello, Mateusz. I'm on the wrong screen. Let's go over here and open this thing up. So first we'll talk about the updates. So I'll give you some history on this update as well. Here is the update PDF. Now, this update began a little while ago and was only meant to be bug fixes. Okay, this was set out to be bug fixes only. And then as time went on during the update and sorting out the bug fixes, which we can take a quick look at, I'm not going to definitely read all these out. So additional features and improvements for instruments and effects. There are a lot of them. And so not only that, let's have a look. So we start here. Additional features and improvements for the arrangement window. So you've got a whole bunch of updates. We'll come back to these anyway later on. Additional features and improvements for editors. So they have been going on here, and miscellaneous stuff. There, look at it. There's a shitload of updates, even for Android as well. Heaps of updates and fixes for niggling problems that have been there that people who've been sending reports for. So that's great. But over time, they decided to add in a few things that were, I don't know, quality of life, stuff that they've been requested for a long time and didn't necessarily have the time to make a massive overall change. But these things really improve the workflow of Cubasis. That is the bottom line. And you can't complain because it's a free update. Yeah, you're not paying anything for it. Let's talk about this one before we go on. No, there still isn't a tempo track. That you still can't change tempo tracks. But let me tell you, we know it's in the works. Like I don't have the exact word. I haven't had it. But listen, enough of us have yelled about it and carried on about it. You would expect at some stage there will be a major update with the ability to use a tempo track, a track tempo change, because people are getting better at making music and more complex with their music making, so it just is the next evolution. As I said, these changes that are in here are quality of life stuff that people have cried for a long time, that have been easy enough to implement in this .3.6.5 update. So what have we got? We've got a thing called audio glue to select several events and combine them in a single audio track via a single tap. Convert files to mono. I know that people have been wanting that for a very long time. Copy and paste has been revisited. So now easily create event copies by a simple tap. Hold and move your finger to the right. There's a search bar. We have a search bar, my friends. And look, it may seem really small, But a search bar, especially when someone like me or someone like you, we collect a lot of apps. No matter how much I tell you, don't hoard apps if you're not using them. We all do, right? And I do because I review them. And there's nothing worse like in Cubasis if I needed to like load Zinematics. Guess where Zinematics is in that list of apps? X. And let me tell you, scrolling through 800 apps to get to X, it sucked a lot. So now we have a search bar. Yes, and this will make a lot of people happy to use AUBE or Orbe, whatever you want to call it. Ed Zielinski, g'day. You can use AUBE as a search in the search bar if you're using a keyboard as well and you've got that set up. So that works too. So you can search for instruments, effects, presets. It's all there. The search bar is happening. Smoother level metering with a peak hold support, mixed down to MP3 and AIFF, which is the one of the Apple standards for wave, basically. Improvements, lots of improvements. Good stuff. Let's open a project, shall we? I didn't really have too much time to make a complex project, but we got something here. So this is your splash screen. If you've never seen Cubasis before, I've done shows on this app. You've got some nice tutorials getting started down the bottom. Things like your presets as tutorials on all the new. So the last video I did on Cubasis was for all these brand new instruments, the Halion Sonic Selection, the FM Classics, Neo FM, Lo-Fi Piano, all good. So go and check that out. Some beautiful instruments here. There's a whole lot of great stuff in Cubase. Let's open my most recent demo. Now, let's play it. So it's a very simple, 4 bars of nothing really. Bit of a metal thing. Let's give it a play and see how it sounds go. Okay, heavy. What's going on, Gary Hubs? I saw someone else coming. I'm trying to see. Hello, Eric. Welcome aboard. So, just a little project there. Super simple. Hey, what's going on, Audible Video? Boom to the boom, diddly boom, boom, boom. Good to see you. Okay, so we have an acoustic piano up here, some MIDI. Yeah, did some MIDI in there. And we got a couple, what do we got? 1, 2, 3, 4 of individual samples to make up this little metal track. We got drums, we got a bass, we got guitar, and we got this cool little synth thing here. All right, what are we going to do first? Well, let's start off first with the stretchy bits, shall we? So I'm going to just pinch this and bring it in a little bit. We'll unsolo this track. Here's our MIDI track here. Now, I want to make this MIDI track longer. In the old days, guess what you had to do? You had to select it. You had to hit copy. You had to move your little thingy, your little thing there, and then you had to hit paste. That's how you had to do it, right? And it's really a pain in the ass. If you got a magic keyboard like me, you could click on this and hit Command Copy and then hit Command Paste. So that was easier, yeah. So I like using magic keyboard, so there's that. We can undo that. But guess what you can do now? Here is the new one of the first new ones. If we pinch, whoops, okay, we'll make this a little, make that there, shrink it a little bit. You'll see this little handle in the middle. I can just grab this now and just drag. Look at that. I can just drag it. Boom. We can shrink it. We can delete it. We can do whatever we want. We can undo that. You just grab it here, drag it out, and this will just make copies of this. Sweet. This is the new copy paste. Really, really easy. Super easy to do stuff like that. You can go and delete each one if you want. Man, that is very quality of life. Super easy to do that. It's, it's just like looping. But guess what? You can also do it not only can you do it for MIDI, you can do it for audio as well. So you can drag audio out as well. Nice. Just drag. And if you don't touch this little section here, you're just moving it around like normal. Let's undo it. Click on here, drag, and look how good that is. Simple. I know, and there may be people out there going, is that all? But hey, this saves so much time, man. So much time. Like, you know, copy, paste, copy, paste, copy, paste, pain in the ass. So really good that they've gone and done this. Let's just kill these. Nice for stretching and all that kind of stuff. Let's do some cutting. I'm going to put our timeline in here, and we're just going to split these out a bit. So I'm just going to split these tracks, these MIDI tracks. All right. So I'm going up here and splitting them. So now we've got these 3 sections of MIDI. And now if I drag this over here, then I click on this next one. So now we've got these MIDI tracks spread out. Yeah. Guess what you can do now? So let me show you what you can do. Hold down. Can we do it? Can I do it like this? Hold down and drag, or do I have to select? I think I've got to select them. So if I hit select, oops, undo. Let's move that back there. So we've got select done, and I'm going to select all of these, and they're all selected. Guess what I want to do now? See this button here? I want to glue them together. Glue. Done. Glued together. So you can glue things together, but not only can you do it for MIDI, but you can also do it for audio. Let me show you. We've got our this drum track selected. Right? Let's do some splitting. So now that we've got it selected, we'll split that. We'll put a split in here as well. Do a split. Let's move these about. We'll put one over here. We'll put this audio track here. Now we can go ahead, select all of these, and we can glue audio tracks together as well with one click of a button. Done. Glued together. And now that this is glued together, we can take this piece and we can stretch it out with our new cut, copy, paste options. Really, really good. You know, this is... and look how quick it is. Super easy to glue things together and just join those together. In some DAWs, you've actually got to bounce it to another track. All right. I'm not going to sit here and name names, but some DAWs, if you want to join audio clips together, you've actually got to like do a process and let it process, and then it bounces it to another track. So that is really, really, really super, super good, super fast. And there's no complaints from me. Let's put them all back together. Even now that we've just chopped them, again, I just need to select them all and just hit glue. Look how quick that is. That is just monumental stuff. Really, really good, 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 good. Okay, so where else are we? What else do we what else do we have? So that's our audio glue. We've done our cut, copy, paste, revisited. We want to convert files to mono because this has been a bit of a pain in the ass, yeah? So look at this track here. So we've got, let's solo this. Where's our bass track? I'm sure we've got a bass track in here. Is this our bass track? This is a bass track. And I want it in mono. I want it in mono. I just want it in mono. It just is what it is. You know what I'm saying? And for the longest time, you could not do that. So if I double tap on this now, down here, stereo, I can convert this to mono, doosh, dish, dadosh. And look at that. That is now a mono track. Done. Done diddly done. It's that easy. So now you can see down the bottom here, 48 kilohertz, 16-bit mono, done. That is now a mono sound. Easy. Now, there's another thing that people have complained about a long time. And I know Jamie Mallender, friend of the channel. We love Jamie. Jamie's a legend. This has been a bit of a bitch. And if you want to find out why it's a bit of a bitch towards someone like Jamie, who does a lot of session work, go and check out his video. Jamie Mallender, he's amazing. Let's take this MIDI track up here. So we've got all this piano in here. And I want to freeze this track. So we're gonna freeze it, and so when you freeze a track here, a MIDI track here in Cubasis, it turns it into an audio track. And here it is. It's made this lovely acoustic piano. So we can solo this now and hear it. Right? It's got all the gaps in it because we did that. So we've done that. And now I want to, so let's double tap on it. And well, I now want to take this and turn it into a mono. I want to turn this into a mono track. Well, you can do it now. So if I froze this again, if I turn this into a mono, watch, boom, convert to mono, done. It is now a mono track. Super easy to do. And why would you want to do a mono track? Why? Because vocals and guitars, basses, it's just the way it is. Sometimes they're recorded in mono. So having mono is fantastic for doing this kind of stuff. It really is a great option, and to be able to do it that quickly now is super rad. Let's undo that, and so we've unfrozen that track. So mono is really cool, but not only that is you can save mono. So let's take this one here. We got this track here. What is this? The synth or the guitar? We got this guitar track here. Is that soloed? We'll just solo this one. This is our guitar track. Now, if I wanted to freeze this and I hit the freeze button on it, it has what am I doing? I have no idea what I'm doing. We've shown you mono. What am I doing? Go back. I'm getting sidetracked. I've just looking at something else. All right. So mono, let's talk about you mixing AM radio. Why is mono important? Mono is very important, my friends, because even for mastering, to master something in mono, to get a better idea of how it sounds, trust me, mono is a thing. Yeah, and bass tracks, you don't want a stereo bass track. Anyway, there's a whole relax, right? Shall we go to the big one? I think we should. All right, well, let's go here first. Now, you can actually also, if we go to media, when you export your projects, go to mix down. You can now export your mixes. Let's do a create mix down. You have new options for your mix downs. Look at this. Not only do we have waveform, but we also now have AIFF, which is the YouTube standard. Hi, I am Stephen Tucker. FLAC, M4A, but also MP3 has been added as well as MIDI. I mean, this is one of the things. Again, we go back to this. There are things that Logic can't do and things that Cubasis can, and things that Cubasis can do and Logic can't. And one of these is export MIDI. MIDI! Right, you can also mix down to mono. You have a mono mix down here as well. If you'd like to mix down your track in mono, why is this good? It's very good. You've got a guitar track. You want to mix it down in mono, send it into another DAW or something like that, send it to somebody else. This is really, really good stuff. And I know people are probably going, it's just mono. It's good. So let's jump out of there. Now you can change some stuff as well. You can go into settings up here. If you want to decide, so where's our audio? Where are we? To mix down. You can change the compression rate of your MP3 and your M4As. Yeah, so you can go all the way to 256. So this is where you do that in the settings, mix down and freeze. General, where are we? We're going to user interface because we're going to talk about the mix levels as well here. Alrighty, let's look at these. I'm just going to chop this thing back. Let's drag this back here and Look at how good that is. Man, look how easy that was to do that. So good. Like, I know you're probably thinking, what a load of wank, but did you see that? Let's do it again. Undo. So I had chopped this MIDI file up, and now I can just take it by this corner, pull it all the way back to where I want it, and now that it's back here, use the middle handle to just drag that out. And look, that's so good. It is quality of life. All of it's quality of life. There's no doubt about that. I'm going to just take this. Are we? We're all good. Alrighty. Let's take a look at the mixer, because the mixer's had updates as well. But before we do that, I'm going to keep holding on to your pants, because guess what? It's a midway point of the show, and at the midway point, we have to serve our YouTube overlords, because in the old days, I just used to let the ads run manually, and everyone would get one at different times, and it would be really stupid. So now, halfway point through the show, I run an ad. If you'd like to avoid the ad, become a YouTube Premium subscriber, or just skip the ad. We'll be back. The ad has been run, and while those who may have got served an ad is happening, I can go through what's coming up here on the channel briefly. As I said at the top of the show, tomorrow is Savannah Woods. It's going to be rad. She's a super, super incredible artist. So happy to have her on the show and very excited. And you're going to get to hear why at the end of today's show, because I'm going to play a track to get you all excited. Yeah, you know what I mean? Get you all excited. The day after tomorrow, we are taking a look at this baby. KA Mini Productions. Percussions. If you've ever wanted to have all of the great taiko drums from GarageBand that are in there, this is that. This is that, and it's like worth $2. It's cheap as chips, great sounds in it. So we'll take a look at that the day after. And then for the opening hour this week, because Logic has released a stem splitter, I've been doing some stem splitting for some of my favorite tracks. And this week on the opening hour is Mr. Bungle Madness. And I'm going to be singing some of the Mr. Bungle songs I've always wanted to sing, but never been able to find karaoke versions. So I just made my own, and boy, do they sound shmick. Oge. Okay, there's our advertising done, and I hope everybody's back from the break if you had one. Back over here. Let's look at this. This is our mixer. I'm going to make it extra large and pull this up a little bit so you can see what's going on. So now let's hit play. We'll bring the level down a bit. And if you pay attention, let me bring this right down. See these little sections here? These are giving you your peak audio, and you can see when they hit a point, they slowly start to drop down, right? So they got like a second before they drop down. You can see this one here that's got more movement. So what Steinberg have done, they've added some more fluidity to the mixer. And you can see it's if you go back and look at the old version, it's much, much nicer. And what they have done here is giving you some options with this as well. You can change the sizes of these too. This is not new or anything like that. Let's bring this down, open our settings, and we can go in here and we can change, if I can find it again, we can change our hold peak. So currently mine is set to off. Let's bring this back. And I can choose 1 second. So let's go back to the mixer and now show you these. Now see how they're sitting up there a little bit longer? They just stay there and then drop. So you're getting a better idea for a longer period of time. So you can have it off, or you can have it set to 1 second, or you can actually leave it now so it's until touched. There's a joke in there, but I'm leaving that alone. And now you'll see when they hit, it stays there permanently until I touch the track. Or until I touch it. Is that right? Yeah, there you go. So see how I touched it and then it dropped? And they all drop. As soon as I touch one of them, so we'll use this one because it's the one that's got, you can see the most. You watch all the rest of them, will start dropping as well. So that gives you a good overview. If you've got a lot of tracks, and it'll stay there and give you a good point measure of how loud that track is. Pretty good stuff, yeah? Okay, let's come back over here. Now, I've saved, obviously, smoother level metering. Makes it a much pleasurable experience to do all that. But I know what everybody's here for. What are we all here for? Are we here for the search bar? It's the search bar of doom. Yes, it has a search bar. See you later, Gary Hubbs. All right, let's take a look at the search bar. So long overdue, but it's here. So let's be excited. We're going to go and click on this piano track down here. And so the old method, right, you would see, look, there it is. There it is in all its glory. Let's zoom in on it. Look at it. There it is, the magical search bar. We got here. We did it, folks. Mission accomplished. I jest, but this is just really, really good. And I know it's going to make a lot of people happy. And there may be people out there going, it's just a search bar. But listen, there's a lot of people who use Cubasis. It's a fantastic app. You can make amazing music with this. There is no doubt this is a powerhouse of a DAW. And to be able to have this search is just rad. So let's test it out and see if it works. Here's my audio units. Now, for example, if I wanted to go cinematics, look at all the good times I would have to do. Scrolling, get those big times rolling. Oh, there we are. Cinematics way at the bottom there. Let's go back. We'll go scrolling. Da, 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 da. It was a pain in the ass, trust me. And I don't care what anybody says. It used to deter me. But now, if we tap the little search button, put cinematics, there it is. There it is. Cinematics loaded up, super easy to find. And not only that, if we go into presets, you can search for presets. Yeah? So you might want to go to B. There's all your B presets. We might want to go to TA, I guess. There's all our TA, taste of. So you can get to all of those as well once you're inside of the app, which is great, yeah? Let's get back over here. Search for anything you like. You know, let's go for, I don't know, what do we look for? Abu Dhabi. Let's look for drum computer, DR. So there you go. It works as advertised. And that's what we love. It works on everything. So inter-app audio, there's a search, you know, agonizer, there you go. Search for whatever you like, and it works for even the, so if we use like a Neo FM, and your presets, I don't have any presets in there. So if we go to bass, so in the Neo FM, you can search for all presets. It covers everything, yeah. It's implemented really, really good. And that's the most important thing. Yeah, it works fantastic. And guess what else it does? Let's load up audio units. Now, I have a Magic Keyboard here, so I have to go around things a little bit differently. But if I click on the search and go down to my keyboard and click Show Keyboard and then hit this. Look at that. AUBE is actually built into this now, so AUBE works. If you use this, which I do, and there's your synths, your drums, your samplers. So you can go all of your apps here and you can go through instrument effects. So the AUBE keyboard extension is included in this as well. Works just as advertised. Hit your little world button to go back to your keyboard. World button again. There we go. And there's AUBE. Beautiful. And in AUBE, I've done a show on this. If you want to go check it out, you can go tag stuff, have your favorites, all that kind of stuff, utilities. It's all here for you to play with. You can choose random ones. It just works. And that's what we like. Things that just work. Have we covered everything? We've got audio glue, we've got convert files to mono, copy paste revisited, search instruments, effects and presets, smoother level metering, mix down to MP3 and AIFF, and a whole bunch of improvements. Let's have a look at some of them. Definitely not going to read them all out, but it's nice to know what else is under the hood because, people just think that's it. Now, remember what I said at the start of the show. This was just meant to be a bug fixes update, and they had a little bit of extra time and went ahead and gave us all those little things, and that's nice, yeah? So we got resolving things like rare issues with dragging audio files into the arrange window resulted in the wrong track order. So these are all things that people have submitted to Steinberg and said, hey, this ain't working. Fixes issued where MIDI event length increased too fast when increasing multiple event lengths. Fixes problem where selecting another MIDI track could result in hanging notes. Nobody likes hanging notes, do they? They suck. Ruler now shows the same grid as the selected snap grid in the arranger in all editors. Resolves a problem with the metronome does not play in Gravity demo project. So just lots and lots of things for instruments and effects, and also the editors and miscellaneous stuff. Lots of miscellaneous stuff. Ableton Link, Android stuff, and there's a whole bunch of Android things as well. All in all, this is fantastic update. You can't really complain because, again, it's free. Yeah? There are some apps out there that I own that do not get any updates, and I pay good money for them, and that pisses me off, which we're going to probably talk about on the rant, because should I get pissed off over that? When definitely I've already paid my money. Are we too entitled, always asking for updates of apps for free here on iOS? We already get apps at a really low price compared to desktop, and there seems to be a lot of like, well, I just want it updated forever for free. And we do get these updates for free. I'm going to have a little bit of a rant on things that I want from Cubasis. Yeah? And it's not a lot. Here's the thing. The one thing that everyone can agree on with Cubasis, I think, that they would like is a tempo change for tracks. Track tempo. Definitely we want that kind of stuff. I mean, there's already so many great things in here, like, stretching. You can stretch stuff, or there's just a lot of great stuff already in here. And yeah, well, here's this too. Like, this is what I'm going to talk about in my rant this week. Subscriptions and, free updates and all that kind of stuff. Subscriptions should definitely get updates. Absolutely, you're paying a subscription. But remember, this is a one-off payment. So here is one of the other big benefits of Cubasis. It just costs one price. That's it. And if you want to buy the instruments that are involved, there's a whole bunch of stuff. If we go over to the shop here, remember, there's a heap of great stuff in here. The Halion Sonic Selection, the FM Classics, the Neo FM, these are all, and the Lo-Fi Piano, these are all new stuff that came out. You got Waves plugins, for God's sake, in this thing. You have Waves plugins. Cubasis Classic Machines, FX packs. So there's a whole bunch of great stuff you can purchase in here. And as you can see, they're all half price at the moment. All of the newer instruments are 25% off, and all of the older ones are half price. So if you've been looking at getting those, now's the time to go grab them. So my rant on this is that, of course, we want a tempo track change. And you would have to think, they know. They're listening, right? It's not like devs just sit there and block their ears and go, la, 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 we're not listening. They know. I don't know how Steinberg worked, but you would expect Cubase is the main mother. That's the boss. And that gets all of the love. And Cubasis doesn't get as much, right? In the scheme of, like, I would say, I don't know this. I'm just assuming. But let's get real. iOS is this in the world of audio recording. It still is a very small fish. And I know we like to think that we're very important here at the iOS music making community, but guess what? Lots of people don't give a shit about us. It is what it is, but it's getting better and it continuously grows. So hopefully, this is a thing that comes to Cubasis, and I would suggest it is. But what I think is another strength that is sitting in the corner of Cubasis is they make some really, really fucking awesome instruments. As we saw from those last packs that they sold, I want to see more of those. Those sounds are just beautiful. And I have no shame in saying I use multiple DAWs. I have nearly every DAW there is on iOS, and I use multiple ones sometimes. Sometimes I'll load up something like Cubasis, take an instrument, play it, take that audio, send it into another DAW because I'm already working on a project in another DAW. It just is what it is. If Steinberg are able to give people the last, swap, this tempo change thing is a thing. People cry about it a lot. And if these things come, they really have a good place to release some more really great instruments, and that's in their corner. So ultimately, at the end of the day, Cubasis is rad. Logic is rad. GarageBand is rad. They're all really fantastic, and they all do different things. Gadget's fantastic. Loopy Pro is amazing. We are spoiled for amazing products, and Cubasis is one of the amazing pieces of kit that we can make music with. So, what do you guys think? You think it's a great update? I think it's really fantastic. Again, sometimes it's not about the big fancy super things, yeah? The big AI musicians and stuff like that. Even though you saw my reactions to the Logic this week, mind blown. But at the same time, getting a search bar can be just as impressive, yeah? Especially for people who bloody well love their DAW and have been crying for it for a long time. There is no, this is better than that. Any updates we get that improve the way we make music, fantastic. Good job, Steinberg. Fantastic stuff. And look forward to an update in the future that's going to address more stuff and just make this app better and better. The one thing I want to close with is, the one thing I can guarantee, you're not going to get updates from any of these apps that make it worse. All right? Any update's a good update to me, and this is a great one. This is going to make a lot of people happy and make their workflow so much simpler, and that is good because you just want to make music at the end of the day. And if you're buying all these apps and not making music, what the fuck are you doing? Get out of the forums. Make some music. Awesome. I'm going to get to finish early today. Yeah. Because I got some stuff to do. And Thomas Christ is up next, and he is going to be playing your music for the next 35 million hours. Probably not, because he's got a sore throat. We all hope Thomas gets well. I want to thank you all for coming and hanging out today and joining me on this this wonderful exploration of the beautiful update for Cubasis. Lots of bug fixes, lots of life. Lots of things that make your experience better. Thank you to Cubasis for allowing me to be on the beta and making me shut my mouth all the way up till now. It's fantabulous. For those on Patreon, check your emails in the next 10 minutes. There's something waiting for you. You can become a Patreon by clicking down below, looking for the link. It's $1 a month, and every weekend we do a live stream, a private live stream where I master your music if you'd like it mastered. And if you do $5 and above, you get the chance to win some apps and stuff like that. Douche. And Thomas is on it like a fly on shit. Awesome stuff. So, if you haven't got Cubasis and you're wanting to look into it, how do you get it? I'll tell you right now before we get out of here. You go to the App Store and search it. Cubasis 3. It's on sale for $29.99 US. Perfect price. Who else releases an update, yeah, and then halves the price of their app? That's pretty fair. And all the instruments are half price, newest ones, 25%. Boom. Are we good? We're good. Tomorrow, we have this amazing artist coming on, Savannah Woods. I'm so excited. She is so fucking talented. And I just can't wait to have her on the show. So hopefully you'll join me at the same time as usual tomorrow to come and listen to her great music and hear her great story. She was on The Voice in America because her voice is amazing. This is a song from her album. It's a live performance called One More Time. I'm going to leave you with what I say every day. Do the things that make you happy. Mistakes make you better, and we'll all rise together and stay awake whatever you do, yes? This is Savannah Woods. One more time, she's on the show tomorrow, and I can't wait. Let's see you later.
Just looking for a sign. Be wise, says the owl. Be honest in your knowing. Be faithful, says the rabbit. You're loving and you're growing. Be light as a feather upon the wind that's blowing, and bend like the snail who sees what you aren't showing. Oh, 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 what aren't you showing? So, how about a song for one more time around the sun? I've come so far on a journey just begun. I've taken down my trespassing sign, and I learned that all good things worth having, they take time. And patience, love, and care and freedom, and trust in the design. And most of all, that it's okay to not be fine. Oh, it's okay to not be fine. So I started